And we're back again with a brand new edition of Hickox Hair Suggestions. Yeah, if you're new to me, this is where you send in photos, I ask you a few questions, and then I give you my hair suggestions. I know, you'd never guess that from that title, would you? Yeah. Anyway, so the goal with this is to give you suggestions for your hair, but more importantly, other folks out there have the opportunity to learn from the suggestions that I give you. So that is the goal. Now, the bigger underlying concern here is that I have to do all of this in under 4 minutes. And if you know me, you know that's almost nearly impossible because my mouth likes to move a lot. I talk a whole lot. So this week's submission comes in from Dina. Dina says, "Hi, Justin. Sending out this SOS. I'm in the need of emergency hair rejuvenation. I don't think you're alone right now. My biggest concerns are style, cut, and color to balance my long, thin facial features and address my dry, over-processed, chemically treated hair. I'm a naturally curly-haired girl, but love the sleekness of straight hair. I'm a flat iron lover and use Dyson products. They're solid line, so glad to hear it. No boundaries as to cut or style, but no pastels or very dark hues, please. I live physically active lifestyle with my 2 dogs, teenage boys, and hubby. I'm a working professional on many webcam meetings, now working remotely, and I just hate how my hair looks on camera. I enjoy working and being outdoors in need of a hairdo that doesn't age me and matches my energy." Well, Dina, I'm excited to share some suggestions with you. I've definitely got some stuff in mind, so yeah, 4 minutes on the clock starts now. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the color. Right now, the color is just a little bit warmer than I would like to see it. I think you could stand to go just a little bit cooler in the overall tone. Now, if you notice, when you look at the color on this, the ends are clearly a much lighter and warmer tone than the roots. But the roots, that bit of depth, to me, really helps to kind of create a bit more dimension. If you brought some of that dark through those ends to break up your hair with a bit of low lighting, it's going to give the overall color a lot more dimension, look a lot more flattering, but more importantly, it will make your hair look like it's got a lot more movement and interest. Now, here's the side note to the color. You mentioned that one of your largest concerns is the texture of your hair, it looking damaged. When it comes to color, many times the lighter you go, it will tend to look a little bit drier. Darker colors tend to have a little bit more shine because of the way they reflect light, and therefore many times a darker tone can make your hair look a bit shinier and healthier. So with that said, you got to ride that line of what's too dark and doesn't make sense and makes it uncomfortable, and what's too light and makes your hair look a little more damaged than what you want it to look. Okay, now as far as the cut goes, okay, the few things that I keyed into what you said were that you live an active lifestyle, you prefer the sleek look on hair, and you're currently flat ironing it. So I already know that you're willing to spend a little time in the morning utilizing a flat iron to create a smooth and sleek look. But I also know that you need to probably have it long enough to have a little bit of versatility with. So you need to have enough length to be able to pull it back in a ponytail or pull it back off of your face while you're out and doing that physically active stuff with your family. But when I look at your hair right now, if you'll look at even the front, you notice that it really has a tendency to kind of bring the eye down and draw out your face. I know that you said you were concerned about having a long, thinner face. With the length of your hair and the way that it's shaped, it's currently actually adding more elongation to your face. So we definitely kind of want to work around that. You also notice from the profile, you have a lot of hair, but again, it has a tendency to bring your eye down and back versus lifting your eye up. So here's what I'm thinking. Now, keep in mind, this is not the only style that you could wear. This is one style, but I think honestly, from everything that I'm taking from your photos and what you mentioned, I think this would be a really solid option for you. In looking at your neckline, I noticed that your neckline isn't super low and you have a little bit of a longer neck, which is going to work really, really well for us with this suggestion. What I think would look great would be a bob shape that follows the chin line, angling that from the back of your neck down in the front, so it's a little bit longer in the front, but it's following your chin structure and your cheekbone structure. Add a little bit of beveling in the back, a little bit of layering in the front. It's going to both bring the eye up it will still, because of your hairline and because of the length in the front, you'll be able to pull it back off your face, get it into a short ponytail. But more importantly, the reason I think a bob would work really well for you is because a bob can be dressed up or dressed down. While you're on your Zoom meetings, this is gonna look extremely polished, very put together, and very professional. At the same time, bobs, when you dress down and dress a little bit more, say, for the sportier life, bobs have a tendency to also work really well with that style. I think you would have something that not only suits your lifestyle, but also I think you would really like because it meets all the requirements that you have, and it would take you probably less time than you're spending right now on your hair. Okay, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes, I did it. Of course I did it. That's 2 in a row. Yeah. I don't know why that's really that special. It's really not. But anyway, I appreciate you so much for reaching out and being a part of Hickox Hair Suggestions. As if you want to be a part of one of my upcoming videos, hey, simply look below and you're gonna see the directions on how you can submit the information so that maybe next Hickox Hair Suggestion will be all for you and everybody else that's watching it and all that good stuff. And right now, what I need you to do is go watch one of these 2 videos right there because, hey, let's be honest, it supports the channel and you're gonna learn some cool stuff. Yeah, that's what it gets down to. And make sure that if this is your first introduction, you hit that subscribe button, join the family. We'd love to have you hanging out, and turn your notifications on because, let's be frank, if you don't do that, you won't know that every Tuesday I bring out a brand new video. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate you. We will see you in the next video.